encouraging them to give up this part of their culture is a kind of cultural imperialism.
Is it cultural imperialism to denounce practices and principles of people of color, people who in the past used to be subordinates, and people, let's say anyone outside of the white man, basically? Is that cultural imperialism? Is that cultural imperialism? As a woman born into Islam, my answer is an emphatic no. If you condemn the white man for sexism, if you condemn the white man for being an imperialist, for having slaves, for segregation, for intolerance, and you don't do that for the man of color, regardless of what his color is, on the grounds of cultural imperialism, then essentially what you're saying is only the victims of white men can be liberated. But what about people like me and like all the millions and millions of women? So if you are a victim of sexism perpetrated by an Arab or a Chinese or an Indian, and someone else says something about that and he or she happens to be white, that is cultural imperialism? No, that is a wrong way of reasoning. And what we do, if we go along in this reasoning, is support, basically, the Cairo Declaration of Human Rights, which says we are not born free with unalienable rights, but we are subjects of God. And who God is and what he says is decided by a bunch of men in long dresses and long turbans. And I'm going to be the victim. No way. Cultural imperialism is just a defense mechanism for those people who have an entrenched interest in the status quo to say to those who are fighting for universal human rights are not really universal, they are Western. And I emphatically disagree with that. Am I only giving you just a one-sided view of Islam? That is open for debate. My perspective is that of a minority. So I'm thankful, first of all, that I can even voice it. Thank you. I also want to remind all of you that the fact that I can voice it is contingent upon the gentlemen in and out of uniform that are here with guns. So my minority position is a minority position because it comes at that price. And the challenge, are there people who agree with you? Yes, there are. They write to me after having read Infidel. They say, I'm a Muslim, I relate to you, but I can't come out because I don't have those gentlemen, because I'm afraid of my father, because I want to finish my studies, because I'm going to be disowned. There is a price for exiting out of Islam. You pay a price for holding my opinion. So thank you for challenging me, because I want to tell you, I wish I could stand as freely as you did there, without these gentlemen, and with no fear, and just air my opinion. I wish I could do that. And Muslims will be free, and I mean those really imprisoned, and there are millions of them, when they can do that without fear. Without fear. Thank you.